This is my first time.
Daniel Herrero from Speed Cafe. Question first for Stephen Grove. A big result, a big end to the season for you. Does this raise your expectations as to what's possible for 2024, and what is the aim now for next year?
I mean, it's interesting. We saw the expectations over the last couple of years change from, top 10, top 5. The guys were pretty upset last night that we were second and not first. So that's a good quality to have in a team. So to finish the year on a win is really important, but our expectations are high, and it was good for Matt to get that win because now he can start the season with that behind him and we can progress on next year.
And for Jamie, come up short this year at T8. A two-parter. What's it going to take to get back on top next year? And, do you see a big threat coming from Grove as well as Erebus?
Yeah, no, thanks for the hello. Can you hear me? 1, 2. Got a mechanical problem.
I think it's all good.
Oh, we're good? We're good? 1, 2. Here we go. Much better. Oh, no. Go back. It's running as well as car 97 today. We there? Yeah, we're good. Hey, thanks for the question. It's a bit of a crazy feeling. Last day of school. It's been an unbelievable year since debuting the Gen 3 car at the start of the year, and we've gone up and down. We're on a big roller coaster, and here we are, last day. We're obviously a bit deflated, for sure. We sign up to win championships, and we weren't able to do that. But on behalf of the whole team, we just can't congratulate these guys enough. They did a fantastic job. They had the best strategy, fast car, and go out there and do the job. So, nothing but congratulations. No doubt there'll be plenty of teams up and down pit lane that'll throw everything at both of us next year, and that's only a good thing for all. Hopefully it's a 3, 4, 5 team battle rather than just a 2. But it was great year. I thought the cars were fantastic, great spectacle. The racing at the start of that race then was some of the best we've ever seen with the lunges and whatnot. So looking forward to a good break and recharging the batteries and having a big 2024.
Connor O'Brien, V8 Sleuth. Betty, you've been, I guess you guys have been sort of the team that have been underdogs before. You're now the hunted. How does that sit with you for next year?
It's cool. I don't think mine's working. Is it working? That's cool. I mean, to be the hunted it's actually quite a compliment. And it's a compliment to my team and everything else. And we've done a lot of hunting. And it would be nice to settle down for a while. Won't go there.
To Matt, I mean, did you think this kind of result was possible in your rookie year?
I think obviously I always set out to win. That's what every racing driver does. But I think we've definitely shown that, throughout the last sort of 5-6 rounds, we've had really good pace, and to come here and start off really strong, even after yesterday with the mistake I made, we were still really fast in the race. So I definitely thought for Sunday we definitely had a really good shot at winning, managed to qualify really well and pull it off. So it's huge credit to the team, and it's a really good feeling to finish off the season with a high.
And I think you said on Friday that there was still room for improvement in your kind of racecraft and everything, and your race pace. Well, what changed in the last couple of days? Because obviously it was pretty dominant today.
Oh, I think we just got a really good balance with the car, and I was just in a really good flow out there, and we were making good lap speed. So I think that sort of sums it up. I think we all did really well as a team. The pit stops were really good. Everyone coordinated really well, and I think that proved to be able to achieve a really good result today.
To Jamie as well, is there any more indication as to why car 97 ran badly today?
No, we're not sure. We're not sure what's gone on there, so we'll take it back and do a full inspection. Shane said the car was just wobbling under brakes, so we're not sure. We'll find out. But as far as the race went, I thought the race was great. You know, Brock did a superb job to try to hunt down Matty and try to keep Dave at bay. Both the Grove cars were very, 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 very quick today. So, no, good job, mate. Good job.
Lachlan Gould, Hub Adelaide. Brody, Betty, has it sunk in yet? You guys are champions. Just tell me how you guys are feeling.
Very tired. There's nothing. You can't. There's nothing to express how you feel. I thought, yeah, I'm going to feel wonderful, fantastic. I actually feel quite numb. It's been a very up-down year for me, as everyone knows, and to have. It was like Bathurst. I wasn't expecting. I was outside chatting away to people, and someone said, "You better go in there. You're about to win Bathurst," and it's the same thing here. It's just. It feels like. Everyone around me has put in a lot of effort, and Brody and everyone else, and I kind of just sat back and enjoyed the view. But I know how hard everyone works, and there is, the feeling. I think you got to ask me in about 4 days. Ring me back in 4 days, okay? I'll give you my number, and then I'll let you know.
We can do that if you want.
That's cool with me.
I think probably, probably just before halfway through the season, we started quite strong. We went through a bit of a lull period and, made a few mistakes, a few mechanicals, but, we got our act back together and went to Sydney, won the first race there and we come back at Talon Bend, won all 3 races there and we're really strong from there on and, I tried to not focus on the championship too much and just focus on the round at hand and just take it one day at a time and the team's done a fantastic job, executed all year and it was sort of one of those funny years. Every time we seemed to make a small mistake, 888 was sort of very close there and when we had a bad day, they had a bad day. So it was very weird in that sense, but glad to be walking away tonight as driver champion and proud to be driving for the team that's won the team championship.
And Matt, for yourself, what about you? When did you start to really think I can podium, I can win?
It was probably after I went to Tailem Bend and we were pretty competitive in qualifying there. And I probably thought I was going to get a podium there, actually. But, it was probably around then. We had a rookie test day just before the bend and found a few things on the setup which we thought were really good from what we have been running previously. And it sort of turned our pace around, and all of a sudden we were at the front fighting with the front guys. So, it was probably around then where I thought I could challenge the front pack. But, I've believed all season I could. So, it's been good.
Lachlan Gould, Hub Adelaide. Brody, are you going to have the number 1 on your car next year?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's the best way to represent, what the team's done this year and what I've been able to accomplish this year. So I think it's time we bring back the number 1.
Betty, how excited are you to welcome Jack LeBrock into the team next year?
I would say really, but I know Jack. I knew him when he was little, and he looks better without a beard. And no, you look beautiful with a beard. He literally grew up in our GT program, so it's not like I'm bringing in someone I don't know. He knows me. Thank God he knows Barry. There's no surprises there for him, and I think the team will love Jack as much as we do.
Steve, well done. Congrats on finding such a young talent. It feels like with Shane moving off to try something new and we're seeing a bit of a generational change in the sport at the moment, it feels like every team's got at least one young gun in their ranks now for next year. Do you feel like that we're seeing a bit of a shift in terms of those generational drivers coming through now?
Well, yeah, I think it's balancing. I mean, in the before we went on the awards, we sat down and Brock was in there with Matty, and he won his first race last year here on the Sunday. And I said to them both, I just think it's a generational change. I mean, taking it from the current guys that are out there at the top of their game. But yeah, I mean, we've got new young guys coming through, and I think the real hurdle for supercars is to make sure that we start to grow those brands. We start to grow all these guys that are sitting here. Not taking it from you either, Dave. Hey, but we start to grow there. I mean, everybody knows you, Dave. But we start to grow that, outside of the sport. I mean, it's really, really important for our sport. So hopefully, supercars will grab hold of that and really start to market these guys.
Can I press you for an answer on that too, Jamie, please? Because obviously losing a great driver like Shane, but getting another fairly young guy, obviously, and very young guy in Will, and having your own 21-year-old in the team as well. It seems like with Brian Wood coming in and a whole bunch of other young guys up and down pit lane, we're seeing some very fresh faces. Yeah,
I watched the podium like you did, and I thought exactly the same thing. I thought it's a bit of change of the guard with Matty up there with Brock. All the good drivers win their first race at the Adelaide 500. Don't worry about that. That's where it starts. But no, for sure. And as Steve said, let's promote the young guys. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. We've done everything we can at Commission Land to encourage teams to take risks and invest in the next young generation, the next new talent. So we've certainly done that. It's great to see other teams doing it, and it's only a good thing.
Dave, as the young driver about to go to Team 18, how is this generationship going to affect you?
Sorry, what was that, sorry?
As the young driver at Team 18.
As the young driver?
Next year.
Yeah, I've been doing a bit of research, and I'm going to start spending some money on experimental gene therapy to lower my age. And there's something called stem cells, which you can get IV stem cells and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to cost me a bit, but apparently it takes about 10 years off you. So I'm trying to do the Alonso sort of strategy and see how we go.
What's your time at Grove been like, Dave? In all seriousness, you've come into the team with a lot of changes as well.
Yep.
And now regularly on the podium, both drivers winning.
I suppose I was there when it was Kelly Grove racing, when it was Todd and Stephen running the show. And then kind of immediately after Todd left, I saw Stephen start employing people like David Couchy, Grant McPherson, people like that. And I'm like, this guy means business. So, our car changed dramatically last year, and it was a very, very fast car. Just a few other areas kind of let us down with the Gen 2 program. But then rolling on this year, we tried to hit the ground running as best we could, but we were almost limited by, the sport itself, really, which is a bit of a shame. But that's the sword we had to play with at the time. And we've just sort of grown as a unit together all year. We worked really hard together. Everyone's put their head down and worked so hard on this car. And obviously the last 2 rounds have played into our hands with getting a bigger rear wing and getting a bit of a leg up from the parity side. And since then, Matt's won a race. I've had 4 podiums in a row. I've won a race last round. I've been on the front row a few times. Matt's been on the front row. So the car's really come alive in the last 4 rounds. But that sort of goes back to, I'd like to say, Tailem Bend. The car was pretty strong. Sandown, the car was very strong. Bathurst, the car was very strong. And every other round, we've just tried to aim for the fastest forward. And most of the times, we've been able to achieve that. So, yeah, it's been a really cool thing to sort of watch, because as a driver, you're not really there full time. You sort of just breeze in, breeze out, and you sort of see the vibe of the place change. And the commitment they've had into the actual facility itself, I reckon it's made a big deal. It's a happier place to be. Everyone sort of works more intrinsically together. It's a good place to be.
Last call. Matt, you joined a pretty illustrious team of rookies to win in their first year today. I'll finish on this. McLaughlin in 2013, Mostert in 2013, Brock here last year. What's it like being in that company? You could throw Lownsy in 1996 as well. That's a pretty good group to be amongst.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty special. I was getting halfway through the race, and I'm like, I think it's going to happen, but I don't want to say anything yet, because I know I could probably jinx myself pretty easily. But yeah, it was a long last 10 laps. I was just hoping nothing was going to go wrong, or there wasn't going to be a safety car. But yeah, it's obviously very privileged to join a group of guys like that. And I think it ultimately sets us up really well for 2024. I think we can hit the ground running and be really competitive.
All right, thank you all very much, and congratulations to the winners and champions, and bring on next year.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for coming, Brian. Thanks for coming. Best on ground.